Dorter Trade City, let's do it. I'm Mishrak, and this is Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3. I did a tiny bit of leveling in between here and Sweden, but otherwise the setup's pretty much the same. The only change is Dorothy is now a priest instead of a chemist, and she has black magic, and specifically explosion. I also equipped Algus out in a full knight kit, so he's got a pretty decent amount of armor for meat shield, hit points even. This battle gives people a lot of fits sometimes, especially newer players. There's a lot of incoming damage, and if you don't know how to deal with it, you can pick the wrong targets and wind up dead in a hurry. Mobility is critical, as is speed. Being able to get to these marksmen quickly will make or break the fight, oftentimes. Delita is equipped with the crossbow still, and he acts first, and wisely applies damage to the first marksman. Both the marksmen, or all three of marksmen, have longbows, so they have much better range than I do, and from that high vantage point, there's really no getting away from them. Algus is a meat shield. He'll soak up some damage later on. You can see these marksmen are gonna kill my archer, my marksman. I need to stop saying archer. Marksman, marksman, marksman. Low percentage haste cast. Roms is a knight as well, with guts. He's more of a tanky utility, so his role is not so much damage, but it's being mobile and being able to revive and haste. Checking the range. I can hit from there. I can hit from the other spot too, but this is a little more defensive location. I didn't notice until after I fired that he had counter throw. That could have been really bad. Fortunately, it didn't go off. Wouldn't have been terrible, but still, it wasn't optimal. It was kind of a dangerous move there. It paid off, but if I had noticed it beforehand, I probably would have thought twice. I want to check the Zodiac affinity, because if there's a good affinity, there won't be a best, but there could be a best, but if there's a good affinity or a best affinity, I could potentially kill one of these marksmen in one shot. But this one's only neutral affinity, and he's the closest one. Calculating the distance. One major key here is not to rush, and that seems to be a recurring theme that's pretty normal, I think. You don't want to rush in. You don't want to be too aggressive. You want to balance your aggression with keeping your guys safe. Essentially, you want them to come to you while being in range to do damage to them. If you go to them, most of the time you'll just get killed. You could get away with it in vanilla, you can't do that in 1.3. Delita picks a good target. By having the mobility to get on top of these crates from the very beginning, you really escape that knight and that wizard down below. Chain lightning here is not very dangerous. Pretty low damage. you stay down there, though, and you don't take care of the marksman first, they'll just rain arrows all over you. So getting move +1 on everybody is important, as well as the battle boots. I waited there for you, ID bot. I thought about you when I did that. I'll do that a few more times here. You're breaking my habits, brother. Here I'm trying to decide whether or not it's worth me moving up and putting myself in range of these guys to do damage, and for now at least, I don't like that, so I'm going to wait. If I paid a little more attention to the AT menu, I probably would have moved there, but it's okay. Black magic. Even though he's defending, it's still 100% chance. I guess that's only against physical attacks, that defensive ability. Having black magic on 2 casters is pretty useful, especially explosion. If you get an oil proc, the other one will do a ton of damage. It's pretty handy. You could do the same thing with the Marksman First Strike as well. That's why you notice I have that. I thought I would get to use it in here, but I didn't. So now I got 2 explosions on that Marksman. He's gonna die. Goes back down. Really low percentage chance on that magic ruin, and it really wouldn't help that much. Here's where he starts to soak damage. That wizard and the knight are totally distracted by him, and really, even if they kill August, I don't care. August can't do anything in this fight anyway, so I don't care. This is where I'm deciding to move my Marksman back down, where I would have moved him in the first place. That's why it was kind of moot that I didn't move him there earlier. He would have gotten to act twice before they did, or at least 1.5 turns. That's funny. Wait. He's gonna revive his buddy, and that also puts him in range of my casters. Same with this wizard. Another chance. Oh yeah, that's right. I got auto potion actually. I forgot about that. That was one of the things I did leveling up. She was a chemist for so long, she already had so much JP coming into this. So it wasn't much of a grind to get that. It's part of the reason I ran her as a chemist in Sweden. I am actually considering getting crystals here. I wouldn't mind having one of those long bows, because you can't buy them yet, and they would help for the next fight. Magic Ruin. Not critical, but would render that thing useless. It misses though. About an average chance to hit anyway. No big deal. Oh, it smacks the wizard. Good choice. That's pretty nasty. It's gonna one-shot my priest. Now I'm expecting this crossbow to do more damage here, but when I saw 20 I was kind of surprised. Usually you do a lot more damage when they're casting. I don't know, maybe it must be bad synergy. A double proc there would have killed him, of course. So, dead priest. Delita's making himself useful, heals her, revives her. Two could play this game. Greg is next, the knight. But we'll just trade black magics, how's that? And I'll come out on top. Slow. Fight's pretty much over at this point. That's kind of why I sped it up. Oh, not yet, sorry. After this Marksman, I speed it up all the way. Yell reverses slow. It's pretty cool. The haste reverses slow like that. Same way that regen reverses poison, and vice versa. For whatever reason, I don't remember it working that way in vanilla. It might have. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. Double proc. She can't do anything. That's the one disadvantage. When she's out of MP, she's done. She has a lot of it, which is good, but it's kind of a double-edged sword there. So, fortunately, I was able to kill things quickly. I move Ramza here because I'm expecting to start getting these crystals. The only problem is I killed them a little too good. And my guest's Delita. And now I guess we'll mop things up, regardless of what I do. I actually tried to save state a couple times and see if I could make it happen. And I could, but I realized it added another 5 or 6 minutes to the video and it just wasn't worth it. So I went back and decided just to finish the fight. If there had been a truly rare item or something extremely useful, I would have gotten it, but there was no reason to here. That's why you see me being very indecisive about getting this crystal here. Anyway, this fight's over. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.